So what do you call yourself? Welcome to the LaTangela Show. Hey.
Hey, what can I do for you this fine day?
This is your destiny. Hot, hot, hot. Right now.
Welcome to the LaTangela Show. Come on in and enjoy yourself.
Right now.
We gon' party like no one else. Welcome to the LaTangela Show.
Do it. Hi, and welcome back to another episode of the LaTangela Show podcast. You know, it does my heart well, especially when I can have these family reunions in the hot seat on the tan line. But I'm kind of in my feelings on this one. I got mixed emotions because, you know, I'm used to you just pulling up and doing these interviews in studio. But today we got some distance between us and you're doing it on the screen. And I'm just glad to see that you still make time for me. So I guess I'm somewhere between here and there. Professor Young, the new director of bands for Alabama A&M University. How are you?
I'm doing fine. I'm doing great. Can't complain at all. It's distance, but you know, it's not that far as we would like to think. We still can get in the car and drive back and forth.
That's right. Look, from the yard to the hill, congratulations.
Thank
Definitely in
you.
order. This is a big step. Tell me a little bit about this journey.
It's been a journey of mixed emotions, I will say. You know, one thing as a music educator, you always want to be your best, right? And so you always want to do your best. And so when you get an opportunity to get on a stage such as this as a university director of bands, you know, you have to investigate it. You have to look into it. And so my heart is always with Southern University. I grew up loving that organization, loving that band, loving that university. And so to get an opportunity to be a director of bands is one of the goals that you know, that you would never think that it would be a reality, I guess you can say. And so what I learned was God had put me in a place where I was blessed, and not only blessed, but also he put me in a place where I wanted to be, my dream job. But he said, I'm not done with you yet. Want you to expand and do a little bit more. And so
Yeah.
that's the journey of getting here to be director of bands at Alabama A&M.
And that's major. You know, when you start talking about growth and just being a willing vessel, as an educator, you understand that you are enhancing the lives of all of the students that you encounter. And then when those platforms begin to elevate, even in those moments, you're still learning not to be afraid to take that leap, not to be afraid to investigate the what ifs or the what if I don't, you know? But even as the assistant director for the Southern University's Human Jukebox, you have so many different levels there that I know it had to have been a situation where the students, your team, being that team
Mhm.
player, you know, things shift when things shift. So, how much of that weighs on you in making a decision like this?
Well, you know, I think God has prepared me for every milestone that I have hit. And so the you know, with all the journeys that I have made and all the things the positions that I have been, I think it's prepared me to move and not be afraid to move in a lot of areas, right? And
Yeah.
so, being a team player, being humble, learning under individuals like Dr. Taylor, even before coming to Southern, learning under at Langston when I said it as associate director, those things prepared me right to be
Right.
here. But also, you know, like you said, having the students behind you at Southern University, having the staff behind you, working with your team, working with your fellow band directors, and you know, you don't really know what major role you play because you're not there for the spotlight. You're there for those kids. You're there to support. You're there to work and get the job done. And so it was hurtful to even have to say, "Hey, I'm no longer going to be here anymore. I'm taking that leap of faith, and
Yeah.
so it's great. I mean, I love the support not only the students have given me on this journey, but also the staff has been very supportive. The alumni has been supportive.
Mhm.
Um, Co-workers around campus, community like yourself have
Yeah.
been very supportive. So, hey, I think that's all only God's timing.
Yeah, not only is it advancement, but it's an adjustment.
Hmm.
We'll have to get used to what our new norm begins to look like. And
Hmm.
then we have to notice that the world takes notice of the talent that is right here. And you go out and you do other things and you create it. Being that now you're there with Alabama A&M, there is no title of associate that you're going to, kind of say, I participated in. All eyes are on you. The decisions are yours. The vision is yours. How much pressure is that?
It's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure. I think, one thing that I've learned being able to support, being that support guy, um, sometimes it's hard to find someone to support your vision. And so I think one of the most important steps, one of the important things to do is find someone that not only that can do the job that you expect of them, but also the job that you want them to do, and step up in the areas that you need them to do because you take all the hits. How many times have we sat in the office with Dr. Taylor and gave or recommendations or ideas, and he ran with it. And it probably wasn't his idea; it was of the staff, but he took the hit of it. And so it's scary because you have to have someone on your team that you trust. You got to have a
I'm
team
glad you
that you
mentioned that
trust.
because now you're building
And
a team.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I got
you have to
questions that
have,
need answers.
you
Knowing
have to
how
have.
important the team is, you
Hmm.
you have to give some leniency for them to be the creatives that they are. But
Hmm.
being in that level of creativity is, oh, it's amped. You know what I mean? It's
Hmm.
not just emotions, it's a business. How do you go about building your team? Do you have your team in place yet? Are you at liberty to give us what your team may look like?
Um, I can give you what I would like. I don't
Okay.
have a team in place. We do have the staff that's currently here. So, but
Okay.
we only have one position open right now. So I can give you what I'm looking for in that person.
Okay. And what is that
What I,
position?
that's the associate director position. So associate director of band. So looking for someone that can come in, be fired, be you don't really have to be creative. They don't you don't need to micromanage, but someone who can stand on their own, or someone who can bring out your vision, um, and your sound. I think that's most important, um, because my vision, and I've said this over and over on several interviews or several times, I don't want it to be a Southern. And so when you don't want it to be a Southern, you have to create a sound or take what you know
Mhm.
and enhance that. And so I'm looking for someone who's open to that enhancement, that's open to learning, that's open to being able to put what we as a staff need and implement those things into the vision, into what Alabama A&M has been doing so far, and I mean the great things that they've been doing, but also implementing what we learned, what they have done, and
Mhm.
improving it.
I like it. So whenever it's
You,
time for you to go through the process, you coming back in the hot seat on the tan line, we'll talk about it more.
yeah, we can talk about a lot more.
I'm here
Once
for it.
once once we make a final hire, once we put it out there, as they will say.
Yeah,
We're actually in the process of posting the position, and so we'll start looking at candidates and see what it looks like.
it's good. And when you say having a vision, about how many student musicians do you currently have, and what does your recruitment elements look like? Because you against the clock. What is this, May?
Man, it
It's
is
time to be in rehearsal. I got my cowbell.
recruiting is done with, and so we're right now looking at the recruits that we have coming in as well as the students that we have returning.
Hmm.
We got an opportunity last week to meet the band. and get a chance to speak to them and tell them all the great things that we have lined up. So we're trying to retain those students first, all right? And so not only retain them, but let them know that hey, it's gonna be everything is gonna be okay. All right, they are in good hands, but mostly we're in the process of still reaching out to the incoming freshmen and making sure that they are still committed, making sure that they still want to come, making sure that we have scholarships. Well, let everyone know we still have scholarships available for all instruments, and we're just looking for people that want to come in and work. And you know, I don't want to say you do something different, but be in a different area. If you're in Baton
Right.
Rouge, you know, be a little ways from home, but still, you know, willing to work and willing to learn.
Yeah. I checked the schedule. I was trying to see if we'd get the opportunity to see y'all perform on the 50-yard line here on the bluff, not this year. But
Not
you know, I
this
keep my
year,
eye
not
out.
this
I keep my eye open on it. We'll be looking for you. Um,
year.
within all of these changes and the level of excitement that's there for you and the growth, what is it that you want the students to get once they're there? I know it's about the activities, it's about the experiences, but as their director of bands, what are some of the things that you received that you want to implement for them?
Well, opportunity. I guess that's the biggest thing. A chance to come in as a freshman, learn, give them the best experience that they can experience. I mean, expose them to things that they haven't been exposed to. But always have I guess, a culture of learning, an
Mhm.
opportunity where they can learn and grow. That's one thing that I loved about what we did at Southern University. There's always an opportunity for students to grow, always an opportunity to pour into them, not only in the musical realm, but the academic realm and the professional realm, teaching them how to be a professional, teaching them
Right.
how to go out and use the things that we do in band and apply it to everything in life. The things that Dr. Greggs taught me as to be a professional, how to dress. You know, to this day, I still got a bald head.
All this time we thought it
So,
was genetics. Who
yeah,
knew?
we thought it, yeah, no. Dr. Greggs, right? Uh, but he taught us how to be men. He taught us how to carry ourselves. He taught
Right.
us how to walk into rooms and make a statement. But I think one of the most important things that he taught us was that anything is possible. Anything is possible when you put your mind to it, when you focus and you have discipline. So that's some of the things that we want to pass on to our students.
Good.
And at Southern, we've done a great job at that, right? And Mr. Wright, the director that's here, that's retiring, great individual, great guy. He's done some amazing things. He's like a father figure to these students here, and so we want to continue to do that. We continue want to be a father figure, but also prepare them for afterlife. What that afterlife may be after they leave college. They may not graduate, right? But they still have to become professionals. They still have to become fathers. They still have to become mothers. And if they don't have kids, aunties, uncles, nannies, and so forth. And so we want to make sure that we prepare them to be good family, young men and women, but
Hmm.
also be great professionals, great know how to handle themselves when they get in the room, put them on hot seats, right? Be able to answer questions. And so we want to prepare them. And that's what we will do. Not that
Yeah.
we want to do, that's what we will do when they come here at Alabama A&M.
And now that you're there, I know you want to jump headfirst into things in the community as well to learn the lay
Hmm.
of the land and to see the opportunities that may be there. So, for those in the area that might be alum or very well may be some business owners that want to invest into these students and they have
Hmm.
absolutely no idea as of how, what are some of the things that you would like to explore that would grant you and them those opportunities?
So one thing I've been talking about is just support, supporting this program, and sometimes that don't always mean financially, but to just show up. You know, we used to call it, you know, friends of the jukebox. Um,
Hmm.
you know, So we want, individuals that can come in and speak to them, give them opportunities, but also support them in any way possible. I'm still in transition. I'm not in Alabama all the way yet. I'm still transitioning, but when I am here completely, my door is always open to business owners. My door is always open for community leaders
Right.
to come in and support these students because we want them to come to college. We want them to leave, but we also want them to support the local businesses and the community as they're here, make a difference in the community while they're here. And so the biggest thing that a community leader can do or the community can do is come to support. And everybody says, well, I don't have the money to support. Well, just come to a game, you
Yeah.
know. If it come to a practice, come on. You don't have any money, just come to a practice. Hey, I would like to, I own A and B store and I want to, just talk to them about marketing or talk to them about accounting or talk to them about, simple things that we don't know. Hey, I own a real estate company.
Yeah.
I want to talk to them how to get into a real estate company. It's one thing I always say, I have been interested in doing real estate. I have friends that do real estate. I have friends that does flips and so forth.
Yeah.
And I call them and I ask them, I say, hey man, what do I need to do first? Well, you gotta do X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z. Okay, but what do I need to do first? Well, you gotta do no, 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 no. Do I start a bank account? Do I get a
Yeah. Take me
business
to the
name?
basics. Give me some
Yeah,
good
take
fundamentals.
me to the basis and the fundamentals. So we ask that the community comes in, support our students in taking us through the basis so that our students can learn how to navigate. Hey, we have some music majors that'll be in the building, but we also have some future engineers, some future accountings, some future doctors, some future students that's in agriculture and so forth. And so, if you are in the surrounding area, if you're 4 or 5 hours and you can just drive up this way, or you're just driving passing through and trying to get to Atlanta, stop by and then if you're an alum or someone gives a call and say, hey, we want to talk to the students about this opportunity. And again, it doesn't have to be financial. It
Yeah.
doesn't have to be
You know,
financial.
and that's a really great way to invest into your students. Your student musicians, they want you to see the whole version of them. Yes, they want to be great at playing the instruments. They want to be great at earning their space in that band, but to know that you have an interest in the things that they love and the things and the dreams and their aspirations, that's next level commitment on both ends. When you see that, you begin to nurture that, especially in our younger generation. It's almost like if it's not a hashtag or a retweet, they feel as if people are disconnected. So
Hmm.
seeing that and creating those level of bridges, that not from a music bridge to a real in life bridge.
Real in life,
Take it to the
yeah,
bridge.
yeah, 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 yeah. And
I
so,
absolutely love that, and that's important.
students think, well, you know, um, I have academics, yeah, and that is true. But we're
Hmm.
gonna practice. We're gonna practice. We're gonna practice hard. We're gonna practice strong and probably early and late. But what we will teach you is how to balance all that,
Love it.
and
It's needed.
that you can do it all.
When it's time to open this book, what is it that you're excited about tap dancing with first? Is it reviewing what's there? Is it about remixing what's there? Is it bringing something different? Because, I get happy about a good soundtrack.
I think the biggest thing right now is just to get started. Um, we listening to songs, or I'm listening to songs right now, and you hear all the voicing and the instruments and everything else, and you kind of it's put in your head, and you don't know what's coming back, you don't know what's
Mhm.
coming in, and so even with a list, we got a great list of musicians, but until they get here, you don't know what it will be like, and so I think the most exciting part is to get started, to have
Yeah.
registration, to have them check in and get to see those smiles and get to see the reinsurance and on the moms and dads and uncles and aunts faces that hey, we're going to take care of your student, we're going to take care of your child, we're going to take care of your baby, and then getting them in that room in our first meeting, but and just getting started to make the first sounds. I think that's the most exciting part right now. The planning
Absolutely.
is going to take care of everything else, but just to, seeing people, I'm again in transition. Um, Jaguar Nation has been great when I see them in public. The Bulldog Nation has been great when I see them in public, and so all that is exciting right now. But we're ready to get to work.
Absolutely. And we're ready for y'all to get to work too. All eyes are open, ears are open, and we are rooting for you. This is an extension of your office. So whenever you have
Mm,
anything going on, feel free to jump on the line and say, hey, Tan, this is what we're working on. Let's talk about
mm.
it. And you can consider that done.
Yeah, hey, we can't wait. Can't wait. Can't wait to continue to reach out and talk to Tange, and we're gonna get it done.
I'm proud of you.
But now
So proud of you. I'm excited
we
for you, man. This gonna be lit. I don't know
look,
about you, but I mean, I get excited about this.
we may have something for LaTangela. I think it's a Barry White song.
Man, listen, let me tell you something. Say less. Press play.
So
What?
we might have to pull it out in our repertoire.
Please blow a little
You
dust
know,
off of it for me. Just that just made my entire century. Thank you.
so if we pull it out, I'm gonna have have to put it on wax, as the old people say.
Yeah. Yeah. Go
Not
ahead.
put it
Go
on wax,
ahead. I'm here for it.
and so that you can have it, you can save
Please.
it, you can do whatever
Please
you need to do with it.
say less. Look, man, look, you better fact, you need to go up in there right now so you can start inking that out because I don't need none of them notes to be rusty. And I know they got the right one in the right place at the right
Look,
time.
you don't
Get it
need no
together for me.
excuses.
Yeah.
No excuses.
I know you have more work to do. So I'm gonna let you chase the sun or let the sun chase you. But either way, get after it. I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.